Today I'd like to begin with a story. It's a story of a hermit in the desert in Egypt, not long after Christ. He was a very famous hermit. He was ascetic, holy, totally serene. And there's two devils come to tempt him. And one tempts him, the younger one, tempts him with money, and he tempts him with women, he tempts him with food, power. But he has no success. The hermit remains serene. Then the older devil comes along and he says, let me have a go. And the older devil, instead of tempting him with anything powerful, he goes to and whispers into his ear, have you heard the news? The monk looks, the hermit looks at him and he says, no. He says, your brother has just been made Archbishop of Constantinople. And immediately a malicious, envious look goes across the face of the holy, previously serene and ascetic hermit. I'd like to return to that story towards the end of this little message, but it's very important. One of the things we've learnt in mission so far is that it is God's mission. God is saving the world. And we're not saving the world. God is saving the world and in working in the world. So two important corollaries to me for that is that we have to, when we bring the gospel to people, when we preach or we proclaim or dialogue with people, we have to always remember that we're not preaching or proclaiming to people devoid of a relationship with God. The Spirit has been there beforehand. And secondly, we must remember that God is working in marvellous ways throughout the world in many different people. The majority of kingdom good that will be done today will not be done by us, by Christians or Catholics. It'll be done by all people of goodwill, people of many faiths and no faiths. Our job, rather than doing all the good or taking all the credit, is really to discover the good, to be able to see it in other people and to rejoice in it. Remember, the holy hermit, he could not rejoice in good that was happening to his brother. But we have to rejoice in the good around us. We have to celebrate it, encourage it, and build it. Our real task is to be a sign and sacrament that there is good in the world. Encourage people to look for it. People should look at us and take hope that there is a future, that love is worthwhile, that they can discover good things in their lives. Our job is not so much to pump religion into people, but to draw it out. And that's why we need the humility that C.S.R. was talking about. He had one other definition of humility, which I find very thought-provoking and I think of a lot. He says, to be humble is to do something great and to be very happy and proud about it. But to be no happier and no prouder than you would be if someone else had done it. The challenge for us as Christians is to have big, humble, generous minds and hearts so that we can discover all the good around us, rejoice in it, and build on it.